Imagine planting something small, harmless, maybe even beautiful. At first, everything seems perfect. It grows quickly, fills empty spaces, covers bare soil, and even feels like it's solving problems in your garden. But then, something shifts. It starts spreading faster than you expected. It creeps into places you never planted it. Your vegetables begin to weaken, flowers disappear, roots push deeper and wider. Shade takes over. And before you even realize it, your garden is no longer yours to control. Some plants don't just grow, they take over. They compete, overwhelm, suffocate, and dominate everything around them. And once they're established, getting rid of them can take years. Today, you're going to discover 10 destructive plants that can quietly take over your garden, and why you should be careful before planting them. 1. Trumpet vine. Trumpet vine is the kind of plant that instantly catches your eye. Its large, bright, trumpet-shaped flowers attract hummingbirds and pollinators, making it seem like the perfect fast-growing climber for fences or pergolas. But behind that beauty is a plant that doesn't know how to stay in one place. Trumpet vine spreads in two powerful ways at once. First, it produces a large number of seeds that can travel with the wind, allowing new plants to appear in different parts of your garden. Second, and even more aggressively, it spreads underground through runners. These roots move silently beneath the soil, sending up new shoots far away from the original plant. So you might plant it in one corner, and suddenly find it growing somewhere completely unexpected. Above ground, its growth is just as intense. The vine climbs quickly, attaching itself to surfaces using small aerial rootlets. It grips onto fences, walls, trees, and structures, and once it takes hold, it keeps expanding. Over time, the vines become thick, woody, and heavy. What once looked like a light decorative plant can turn into a dense, tangled mass that puts serious pressure on whatever supports it. Weak structures may bend or break, while even strong ones require constant maintenance. When trumpet vine climbs trees, it creates another issue. It spreads across branches and forms a thick canopy that blocks sunlight. This weakens the tree, slows its growth, and can lead to long-term damage. Cutting it back might seem like the obvious solution, but that often makes things worse. The plant responds by growing even faster and producing more shoots, becoming thicker and harder to manage. Meanwhile, underground, its root system keeps working non-stop, sending up new growth again and again. Even if you remove the main plant, those roots can continue producing shoots for a long time. That's why controlling trumpet vine is not a one-time job. It's an ongoing battle. Without regular cutting, digging, and monitoring, it can quickly take over and dominate everything around it. What makes it especially dangerous is how appealing it looks at the beginning. Many gardeners plant it for quick coverage, only to realize later that it refuses to stay under control. 2. Purple leucostrife. Purple leucostrife is one of the most misleading plants you can add to your garden, especially if you have moist or water-rich areas. At first, it looks absolutely stunning. Tall spikes of vivid purple flowers rise above the foliage, adding bold color and attracting pollinators. It seems like the perfect choice for pond edges, damp soil, or low-lying areas. But behind that beauty is a plant designed to spread, fast and aggressively. Purple leucostrife produces an enormous number of seeds, not just hundreds or thousands, sometimes millions from a single plant. These seeds are tiny and lightweight, making them easy to spread through wind, water, animals, or even on your shoes and tools. Once they land in the right conditions, especially moist soil, they quickly take root and begin growing. And because there are so many seeds, a small patch can turn into a large infestation in a surprisingly short time. As it spreads, purple leucostrife forms dense, crowded stands. These thick clusters block light, take up space, and consume resources, leaving no room for other plants to survive. Over time, this creates a monoculture, an area where only one plant dominates, while everything else disappears. In natural environments, this can severely disrupt ecosystems by eliminating native plants and the wildlife that depends on them. In a garden, it creates the same problem: loss of diversity and balance. It thrives especially well in wet environments, near ponds, drainage areas, ditches, or anywhere water tends to collect. In these conditions, its growth becomes even more aggressive and difficult to control. Another major challenge is its persistence. Even if you remove the visible plants, the soil may still contain countless seeds waiting to sprout. That means new plants can continue appearing year after year. To control purple leucostrife, you need consistent effort, removing plants early, preventing them from producing seeds, and monitoring the area over time. Once it goes to seed, the cycle continues and expands. In many regions, this plant is considered invasive and is even restricted because of the damage it can cause. It's a perfect example of a plant that looks beautiful on the surface, but quietly takes over everything around it. 3. Wisteria. Wisteria is one of those plants that immediately draws attention. When it blooms, its long cascading clusters of purple, blue, or white flowers look almost unreal, like something painted rather than grown. But behind that beauty is a plant with serious strength and relentless growth. Wisteria is a woody climbing vine, and unlike soft climbers, its stems thicken over time, becoming heavy, dense, and extremely powerful. As it grows, it doesn't simply rest on structures. It wraps around them, twisting tightly in a spiraling motion that acts like a tightening grip. Pergolas, fences, railings, tree trunks, and even parts of buildings can quickly become covered. And as the plant matures, those vines grow thicker and heavier, sometimes feeling more like solid branches than typical vines. When wisteria wraps around trees or shrubs, it slowly compresses them. This pressure restricts the flow of water and nutrients within the plant, weakening it over time. Growth slows down, stress increases, and in severe cases, the plant being wrapped can eventually die. But strangling isn't the only issue. Weight is another major factor. A mature wisteria can become incredibly heavy, especially after rain. That weight can bend metal supports, snap wooden structures, pull down pergolas, or even damage parts of a house if it's allowed to climb freely. It also grows aggressively. During the growing season, wisteria sends out long, fast-extending shoots that can stretch several meters in a short time. These shoots actively search for anything to latch onto: nearby plants, wires, fences, and quickly spread far beyond their original space. If not regularly pruned, wisteria can take over large sections of a garden. Its thick canopy creates dense shade, blocking sunlight from reaching plants below. Over time, anything growing underneath begins to weaken and struggle. Another challenge is its persistence. Cutting it back doesn't stop it. In fact, it often responds by growing even faster and thicker. Its roots store a large reserve of energy, allowing it to recover quickly after pruning. Keeping wisteria under control requires consistent, heavy pruning, often several times a year. Without that effort, it can easily shift from a stunning ornamental plant into a dominant force that takes over your garden, rather than enhancing it. 4. Bindweed. Bindweed is one of the most misleading and frustrating plants a gardener can deal with. At first, it looks harmless, even attractive, with its thin vines and small, delicate flowers that resemble tiny morning glories. But once it enters your garden, it rarely leaves without a long fight. What makes bindweed so destructive is how it attacks on two levels at once: above ground and deep below the soil. Above ground, its vines grow quickly and begin wrapping around anything they come into contact with. Unlike plants that gently climb, bindweed coils tightly, spiraling around stems, leaves, and entire plants. This wrapping isn't just cosmetic, it actively strangles. As the vines tighten, they restrict growth, block sunlight, and pull plants out of their natural shape. Crops like tomatoes, beans, and peppers can quickly become tangled and stressed. Flowers get covered, weakened, and eventually smothered. But the real problem lies underground. Bindweed develops a deep, extensive root system that can reach several meters into the soil. These roots spread in all directions and act as a powerful storage network, holding energy that allows the plant to survive tough conditions and regrow repeatedly. Even if you remove the visible plant, the roots remain hidden below. And here's the most frustrating part. Even the smallest piece of root left in the soil can grow into a completely new plant. That means digging it out almost never fully solves the problem. In fact, disturbing the soil can sometimes make things worse. Breaking the roots into smaller pieces can lead to multiple new plants emerging in different areas. Bindweed is also incredibly persistent. It tolerates drought, poor soil, and repeated cutting. No matter how often it's removed, it keeps coming back, slowly expanding its reach year after year. Once it's established, it becomes a long-term issue that requires constant attention, repeated removal, and a lot of patience. It's not just a simple weed. It's an ongoing battle that quietly takes over space, time, and energy in your garden. 5. Bamboo. Bamboo is often advertised as one of the fastest growing plants on the planet, and that's exactly what makes it risky in a home garden. The key detail many people miss is that not all bamboo behaves the same. The most aggressive types, known as running bamboo, spread through a powerful underground network of rhizomes that act like hidden pathways beneath your soil. These rhizomes can travel several meters in just one season, moving quietly under lawns, garden beds, paths, and even barriers. You might plant bamboo in one corner, and before long, new shoots begin appearing in completely unexpected places, sometimes even beyond your fence or in a neighbor's yard. What makes it even more overwhelming is how fast those shoots grow once they emerge. During peak growth, bamboo can shoot up several centimeters per day. A tiny sprout can turn into a tall, woody stalk within weeks, quickly creating shade and crowding out nearby plants. As bamboo thickens, it forms dense clusters that block sunlight almost entirely. Beneath that canopy, the soil becomes dry and depleted as the roots aggressively compete for water and nutrients. Nearby vegetables, flowers, and shrubs begin to weaken, slow down, and eventually fail. There's also a hidden structural risk. Bamboo rhizomes are strong and persistent enough to exploit weak points in hard surfaces. Over time, they can push through cracks in paving, damage borders, and even interfere with foundations, drainage systems, or underground pipes. Removing bamboo is where things become truly difficult. Cutting down the visible stalks doesn't solve the problem. It often triggers even more vigorous regrowth. The real issue lies underground, where the rhizome system can survive for years, storing energy and constantly regenerating. Fully removing bamboo usually means digging deep and extracting every piece of rhizome, often repeating the process multiple times. Even a tiny fragment left behind can restart the entire spread. Because of this, experienced gardeners approach bamboo with caution. If they grow it at all, they confine it using strong root barriers installed deep into the ground to stop its expansion. Without strict control, bamboo can quickly shift from a beautiful feature into a long-term invasive problem that takes over your entire garden. 6. English ivy. English ivy is often associated with classic beauty, covering stone walls, climbing old houses, and creating a rich green aesthetic. But beneath that elegant appearance is a plant that can quietly take control and cause serious damage. What makes English ivy especially problematic is how it grows in two directions at once. It spreads across the ground while also climbing upward, allowing it to take over multiple layers of your garden simultaneously. Along the ground, ivy forms thick, carpet-like layers that continuously expand. These dense mats block sunlight from reaching the soil, preventing new plants from growing and slowly suffocating anything already there. Over time, entire areas can turn into monocultures where only ivy survives. At the same time, ivy climbs using small aerial rootlets that cling tightly to surfaces. It can scale trees, fences, walls, and structures with ease. Once it starts climbing a tree, it continues upward, wrapping around branches and spreading across the canopy. This creates several problems. The dense foliage blocks sunlight from reaching the tree's own leaves, reducing its ability to produce energy. At the same time, the added weight of the ivy, and especially when wet or covered in snow, increases stress on branches, raising the risk of breakage. Over time, trees covered in ivy become weaker and more vulnerable to disease, pests, and storms. In severe cases, they may even die or collapse. Ivy can also damage buildings. Its rootlets can work their way into small cracks in walls, siding, or mortar. As the plant grows, those cracks can widen, trapping moisture and leading to structural issues that may require costly repairs. Another reason ivy is so hard to control is its resilience. Its root system is deep and well established, and simply pulling it off the surface rarely removes everything. Any remaining roots can regrow and start the process again. On top of that, ivy produces berries that birds spread to new locations. This allows it to establish far beyond where it was originally planted, turning it from a local issue into a spreading one. Managing English ivy isn't a one-time fix. It requires ongoing effort. Regular cutting, digging, and monitoring are needed to keep it under control. What makes it especially deceptive is how slowly it seems to grow at first. It may look manageable for a long time, until suddenly it reaches a tipping point and begins to take over everything around it. By then, removing it becomes much harder, and the impact on your garden may already be significant. 7. Japanese knotweed. Japanese knotweed is often described as one of the most aggressive and damaging plants in the world, and that reputation is well deserved. Once it establishes itself, it doesn't simply compete with other plants. It takes over completely. At first, it may resemble a tall, bamboo-like plant with broad leaves and rapid growth. But the real danger lies beneath the surface. Knotweed spreads through an extensive network of thick, woody rhizomes that can travel several meters in every direction. These underground stems store large amounts of energy, allowing the plant to grow quickly and recover easily after damage. Above ground, it forms dense, almost impenetrable thickets. Its tall stems and large leaves create deep shade that blocks sunlight almost entirely. Very few plants can survive under these conditions, and over time, entire areas become dominated by knotweed alone. However, the most serious problem is its ability to damage structures. Its rhizomes are incredibly strong and persistent. They can push through cracks in concrete, grow beneath foundations, damage paving, and interfere with drainage systems. Even small weaknesses in hard surfaces can be exploited as the plant spreads. Because of this, knotweed becomes more than just a garden issue. It turns into a property concern. In some cases, it can lower property value or require costly professional removal. Trying to remove it manually is extremely challenging. Cutting it down only removes the visible growth, while the underground system remains active. In many cases, cutting actually stimulates stronger regrowth. To fully eliminate it, every piece of rhizome must be removed, often requiring deep excavation and repeated effort. Even the smallest fragment left in the soil can regrow into a new plant. Due to its destructive nature, Japanese knotweed is restricted or regulated in many regions. In some places, planting or allowing it to spread is even illegal. Once it appears, it can't be ignored. It requires long-term attention, persistence, and careful control to prevent it from taking over completely. 8. Creeping. Jenny creeping. Jenny is a plant that can easily mislead even experienced gardeners. At first, it seems like the perfect ground cover, low-growing, fast-spreading, with bright green or golden foliage that creates a soft, lush carpet across the soil. It quickly fills empty spaces and gives the garden a neat, finished appearance. But that rapid growth is exactly what turns it into a problem. Creeping Jenny spreads by sending out long, trailing stems that root wherever they touch the ground. Each new contact point becomes another plant, which continues spreading outward. This creates a chain reaction, allowing it to cover large areas very quickly. As it expands, it forms dense mats across the soil surface. While these mats may look attractive, they create harsh conditions underneath. Sunlight is blocked, airflow is reduced, and smaller plants are gradually smothered. Young seedlings and low-growing flowers are the first to struggle. They can't break through the thick layer, and over time they disappear entirely. Even established plants can weaken as creeping Jenny creeps around them, competing for water and nutrients. In moist or nutrient-rich soil, its growth becomes even more aggressive. It spreads faster, covers more ground, and takes over more firmly. Areas near watering systems, ponds, or low-lying spots are especially vulnerable. Another issue is how easily it regenerates. Even small fragments left behind after trimming or removal can take root and start growing again. This makes complete removal difficult unless every piece is carefully cleared. It also tends to escape its intended space. It can spread into lawns, invade garden beds, and creep along pathways, gradually disrupting the structure and layout of your garden. To keep creeping Jenny under control, regular trimming and clear boundaries are essential. Without maintenance, it can quickly shift from a decorative ground cover into a dominant plant that overwhelms everything around it. What begins as a soft, attractive carpet can slowly turn into a thick, persistent layer that your garden struggles to break free from.